I'm about tired of these morons. I'm tired of people like Stephen A. Smith. I'm tired of people like Shannon Sharp. I'm tired of people like Eric Carton from the Carton Show. I'm tired of people like Colin Cowherd. I'm tired of Shady McCoy. I'm tired of Joy Taylor. I'm tired of pretty much anybody that is willingly and intentionally going around literally creating a false narrative about one Dakota Rain Prescott. Yes, I am a Cowboys fan, but I am a realistic Cowboys fan. I am not the Cowboys fan that goes around every year and is saying, we're going to win the Super Bowl. I'm the Cowboys fan that's keeping my mouth shut until it's time to actually get excited, which is around playoff time. And then I try to root my team on a victory, but I've not expected the Cowboys to legitimately win the Super Bowl. And I can't remember the last time I expected that. But what I am getting tired of, and I found a new purpose for this channel now. I'm literally every day just going to come back and break down and analyze all the terrible takes that these people on these sports shows like to have. Today, we're talking about the idea that Dak Prescott is some type of turnover-ridden, bad performing quarterback when it counts type of player. That is the absolute opposite of what Dak Prescott has been. There have been two situations, maybe, that you can honestly, legitimately put on Dak Prescott's head as far as why the team was not successful. The year that he was running down and trying to score at the last minute against the 49ers 2 years ago, and they got put out the playoffs because the time ran out and they couldn't get a chance to spike the ball. Sure, you could put that on him, but you're missing some context. They were still losing at that time. So just because he got down there and spiked the ball doesn't mean he was about to score and doesn't mean the Cowboys were going to win. So yes, that was a bonehead mistake. That was something that you could say is low football IQ. But at the same time, is it really? There's a couple seconds left in the game. You're at the last couple seconds of the fourth quarter, and you're trying to make something happen. Do you really think he's worried about, only got about 2 seconds to run with this ball before I'm able to get down and get myself into field goal range and spike the ball real quick? Oh, no, now I got to wait on the ref to come over here and pick the ball up. Okay, so that's one situation. If we take a look at Dak Prescott's other playoff runs, in fact, let's do just that. So Dak Prescott has been to the playoffs in 4 different seasons, and I have each season pulled up right here on this screen. In 2016, he went to the playoffs, completed 24 of 38 passes for a 63.2% completion rate for 302 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 2 sacks, and a 103.2 quarterback rating. You're not taking that? You're not taking that performance out of your quarterback in the playoffs? You're not taking that? I mean, where are these mystical quarterbacks that people are just pulling out of thin air that have these all-time great playoff appearances that I'm just not seeing? Because if I remember correctly, Josh Allen has been an absolute turnover machine in the playoffs. If I remember correctly, Justin Herbert and Trevor Lawrence both had their really, really dark spots in the playoffs. Even Trevor Lawrence, even though he won his game, I believe he had a terrible game. Where are all these mystical players coming from that everyone's trying to say is performing at this larger than life level in the playoffs? Okay, so that's one season. He lost that game to the Green Bay Packers against Aaron Rodgers in his prime when he completed a pass that should have never been completed to the sidelines to his tight end 40 yards down the field to put his team into field goal range, and the Cowboys lost that game off of a last-second field goal kick by Mason Crossbar. Okay? So let's be very, very clear about the context of all this, because Dak dueled Aaron Rodgers in his rookie season in the playoffs. This is a good playoff performance for any player. Let's go to 2018, the next season that they made the playoffs. He played 2 games, completed 42 of 65 attempts. Oh, by the way, since he played 2 games, that means he won a game. That was the year they beat the Seattle Seahawks. He outplayed Russell Wilson again in his prime. Russell Wilson was in his prime at that time in 2018. Dak Prescott outplayed the Seahawks in the first round, and they beat them in the first round. Okay, this is his second season in the playoffs. Completed 42 of 65 passes for a completion percentage of 64.6% with 492 passing yards, with 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, and a 91.3 quarterback rating for that playoff run. Is that good enough? Yes! That's good enough if your name isn't Patrick Mahomes or Joe Burrow. This is good enough for any quarterback to be successful with his team if all things are even. Okay, and add more context to this. Remember, some of these years were the Jason Garrett years. Some of these years, pretty much all these years except for this year, were the Kellen Moore years, when we had an offensive coordinator who didn't understand when to run the ball, when to pass the ball, who didn't understand how to play offense to protect your defense, and how to play defense, and how to run an offense that's complementary to what the rest of the team is trying to do. He didn't understand that. He didn't understand to quit running 2 competing post routes right above each other. So you have DBs sitting in the same part of the field. So when your quarterback throws a pass to that side of the field, which is where the play is designed to go, there's multiple people there ready to make a play on the ball, including the defenders. We had an offensive coordinator that didn't understand it, right? So that was that run, 91.3 quarterback rating for his second playoff appearance. The overall run itself, good quarterback numbers. Then we look at 2021, 23 of 43, and this is people's one real argument to have, to be honest. This is the first year against the 49ers, and we're not going to sit there and act like the 49ers don't have a historically great defense, and they haven't had a historically great defense for the past 2, 3, 4 seasons, because that has been the case. But this is against the 49ers, where the 49ers completely steamrolled everyone. They steamrolled the Cowboys. Everyone on the Cowboys got steamrolled. This was also the year that Randy Gregory screwed us with a terrible penalty at the end of the game that actually helped the 49ers win that game. If y'all remember, this 49ers game, those 49ers losses, bro, they were one-possession losses. It's not like we got blew out. We were in the game every time against what's been considered one of the top 3 teams in the league for the past few seasons. Let's just make that very clear, right? So in this game, 23 of 43, not good at all. 53.5%, not good at all. 254 yards with a 5.9 average, not good at all. That lets me know there was nothing open down the field, so he had to do a bunch of dinking and dunking, which he did because we had the ghost of Michael Gallup in that damn playoff run. And then 1 interception in that game as well, right? So still hasn't thrown multiple interceptions just yet, but 1 interception in that game and a 69.3 rating. This right here, this particular playoff run, I'll give the critics this one. That was a bad run. This was a bad look for Dak. This did not look good at all. I'll give you this one, okay? And then we go to 2022. 2 games played, 48 of 70 completion percentage for a 68.6 completion percentage, bro. That's higher than the average completion percentage for the average NFL quarterback in the regular season. So he rolls his game. 511 yards passing, 255 yards passing per game, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last season with a 101.5 quarterback rating. Oh, his best playoff appearance overall, his best playoff run since his rookie season. And we're trying to sit here and make it seem like that Dak Prescott has had some type of historically bad run of being an NFL quarterback. We're trying to make it seem like he's some turnover machine. My man said it best in his press conference the other day. When Todd Archer from ESPN, one of the entities that's pushing this agenda against Dak, asked him about the interceptions, he told him, I'm not worried about the interceptions. And Eric Carton, big head from FS1, moron, brother, he isn't worried about the interceptions. You know why? Because it's very easy to take a look at Dak Prescott's stats over the course of his career and look at exactly how many interceptions he's actually given up since he's been in the league. Let's take a look. His rookie season, only 4 interceptions with 16 games played. Holy cow. The next season, 13 interceptions, 16 games played, so that's still less than 1 interception per game. His overall rating, that was actually his worst season statistically for the whole entire season, 2017 was actually Dak's worst season. That was after the Cowboys offense had to retool because Dez was gone and a bunch of stuff was just changing, right? So 2017 was actually Dak's worst season if you want to take a chance to try to throw dirt on this dude, right? So 13 interceptions that season. 2018, 8 interceptions. That's half of interception per game. You'll take that. 96.9 quarterback rating for the entire season. 2019, 11 interceptions to 30 touchdowns. You're taking that, okay? You're going to take that 9 days a week. I know there's only 7 days in a week, but 9 days a week, you're taking that, bro. With a 99.7 quarterback rating for the entire season. 2020, he threw 4 interceptions again. He only played 5 games, so he had a really, really bad game. I think that was season he started the season really, really bad, and he got injured. That's the year his leg got broken. So he had to come out that year. So this don't even count. But even then, with 4 interceptions thrown, he still had a 99.6 quarterback rating up until the point where he got injured that season. Really good. 2021, 10 interceptions. Again, about half an interception per game, bro. 104.2 quarterback rating. You're taking that. That's a top-ranked quarterback rating right there. Any season that you look at, anybody rolling at triple digits quarterback rating is cooking, bro. Then we look at 2021 or 2022. 15 interceptions. This is the season in question. People make such a big fuss about this season because he threw 15 interceptions. We can look at 8 interceptions at least that was the receiver's fault. But he still finished the season with a 91.1 quarterback rating. 91.1 quarterback rating. That means that you still have a good NFL quarterback starting. So he didn't have this terrible season like everyone's trying to make it out to be. It wasn't a terrible season. He threw more interceptions than he normally throws because the receivers could not catch to save their lives last season. But to sit here and perpetuate this narrative like Dak Prescott is some interception throwing, bad playoff performing quarterback is insane. And if you can sit here and watch this video and look at these stats and still fix your mouth to say something stupid in the comments below, you're an idiot. You're a moron. And I feel sorry for your parents. That's all I can tell you. All right. Stephen A, Shady, Joy, Carton, Colin Cowherd. You guys need new material, bro. You guys need new material. Like, I understand you're trying to make money off the Cowboy name, but to sit here and perpetuate a BS narrative about this dude for the sake of clicks is crazy to me. It's crazy to me. He has a career passer rating of 92.3 in 6 games in the playoffs in his career. That is a good passer rating, bro. All right, but I wanted to make this because I was just so tired of seeing this BS perpetuated on the internet and having to constantly hear about this when, bro, this has not been an issue. He said it in his press conference. What about the year before that? And the year before that? And the year before that? And the year before that? Are we just going to keep bringing this up? Or is the Cowboy hate just that strong that people just like to ignore reality and create their own false narratives and false realities to live in? So that way it fits their narrative. Stephen A, you're a joke. Shannon Sharp, you're a joke. Pat McAfee, you were cool. Eric Carton is a joke. Shady McCoy is the biggest joke out there because his quarterback hasn't even proven himself yet. Carson, y'all made it Super Bowl with Nick Foles, so I want to hear nothing about a Super Bowl. Y'all made it to the Super Bowl with Nick Foles and won. So your quarterback still got some proving to do, filthy Eagle fans. What quarterback in the NFC is better than Dak? You can say Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts still has to prove himself. He had one good season under his belt. You can say Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is a pathetic quarterback when it matters. Dak is literally the top 1 or 2 best quarterbacks in the NFC. And we sit here and every narrative has to be about, oh, can we trust Dak Prescott? Yes! Could we trust Kellen Moore? No! Could we trust Jason Garrett? No! Dak has shown us for 7 years that Cowboys fans can enjoy an above-average quarterback floating somewhere between the top 6 and top 8 in the league And if you have a legendary, historic defense behind that, there's no reason why Cowboys fans shouldn't be excited. And I don't care what y'all gonna say. Oh, we them boys. Y'all are right in the middle of the we them boys cycle. Shut up. Yes, we root for our team. Yes, we can acknowledge when our team is good. And Cowboys fans, quit sitting there and letting people make you feel bad about rooting for your freaking team. Grow a set of balls, bro.